Dr. Rob Ricciardi is a professor of microbiology at the University of Pennsylvania, where he is graduate group chairman. He received his PhD from the University of Illinois and was a fellow at Harvard Medical School. He developed one of the first genomic technologies widely used to identify hundreds of genes. Dr. Ricciardi's research centers on revealing basic mechanisms of cancer. He discovered one of the first activators that can also make cells cancerous by escaping the immune system. These studies disclosed a key mechanism by which the master regulator of the immune system is modulated. Dr. Ricciardi has patented vectors. I don't know what a patented vector is. Rob, can you explain later? Patented vectors for use as vaccines and gene therapy. He discovered novel proteins from human viruses that cause cancer and possibly chronic fatigue. He is applying his new methods for screening tens of thousands of compounds to find therapeutics that will prevent viral diseases. Dr. Ricciardi served as a consultant to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, SmithKline Pharmaceuticals, the National Institute of Health, and was awarded a NATO visiting professorship. He has been an invitational speaker at numerous international scientific meetings and universities and has authored 93 publications. I just wanted to read that to you. And he really cares about you, and he is delighted to be here. He will tell you that, and he's going to walk you through the science and the foundation of our new Me skincare. Please, a rousing welcome. Please bring to the stage Dr. Rob Ricciardi.
So let me tell you about, first of all, my favorite molecule in the world. It's called DNA. This is our blueprint of life. It is our software that contains all the instructions that define us as being human. It instructs our development from birth, and it does so many things for us. All of the biochemical reactions, of which there are thousands that are occurring within us right now at this moment, are all that information is contained in the DNA. It even affects, to a large extent, how we age. So, what makes each one of us one of a kind, which is the theme of this meeting? We know that our personalities certainly are shaped by our upbringing and by our social interactions. That's a given. But our differences in appearance and in the biochemistry within us, that's all encoded by our DNA. At that time, when personalized medicine was being developed, we were thinking in terms of personal wellness along the same track. What could we do to keep people healthy so that it's sort of like a preventive type thing, keep you as well as you can possibly be, and so that you would age well and feel well and enjoy life? Well, our whole technology then is based on DNA. Your DNA is made up of 3 billion units. It is the ladder of life. DNA actually looks like a ladder that is helical, twisted, and there it is right there on screen. And you can think of each rung in the ladder as one unit. So if you were to climb the DNA ladder of life, for every step you took, that would be 1 unit of DNA. And there are 3 billion. Now, we differ slightly because of small alterations or variations in our DNA. They're not mutations because they occur at a very, very high frequency. And they account for much of our individuality. We are all approximately 1% different from one another, 99% or so alike, and about 1% different. And that 1% difference then is accounted for by single nucleotide polymorphisms, a very big name which we can use the word SNP as the acronym. And in the DNA ladder of life, these SNPs are more or less sprinkled throughout, so that you can have a long stretch of DNA ladder units that are exactly identical for every human being, and every once in a while you'll find one variation, and that one variation is a SNP. We have a DNA assessment test that can find a single SNP in your DNA. The SNP can pinpoint 1 unit of DNA out of 3 billion. That's how absolutely, exquisitely accurate it is. This is done by robotic machines with exquisite, sophisticated chemistries that can test many SNPs all at once in a single tube. These are done with, everything is very precise with all kinds of controls, and they're done in CLIA labs that are highly approved. So it sounds good, but what does it mean to you? What good is having a DNA, knowing something about a DNA SNP, unless it means something to you and unless you can do something about it? Well, now we can, because we are in an amazing time. What's the relationship then of your DNA to this difference within you? It's your biochemistry. Remember, the DNA encodes the information. It really doesn't do anything itself. It just encodes the information. It is acted upon by certain other kinds of machinery within the cells of your body, and that information then becomes translated into the form of proteins. And these proteins are the action molecules of your body. They run these biochemical pathways. If you have a variation in a gene in that information encoded area, that protein may not work as efficiently for one reason or another. We can make we see the direct relationship between that DNA SNP and that protein in the biochemical pathway without even looking at the protein, because the DNA is telling us everything we need to know about the protein. So with our method to correct for this is you don't go in and fix the DNA and repair it. You can't do that. What you do is in the pathway, if a protein doesn't make something efficiently, you find a way to substitute what it can't make. You try to replace it with something similar or something that will alleviate the problem. That's kind of the basis of the system. And we are using this now, and we have used it for making the nutritional supplements as well as now skincare. So, as you know, last year at this time, we had launched the Healthy Aging Assessment DNA SNP test, and that was very, very exciting for us. But now we are going to talk about the DNA science of personalized skincare.